As a professional firefighter, fire and life safety educator, burn survivor, and peer supporter to burn-injured families and firefighters across the country, I know all too well the devastating impact that fire and burn injuries have on our lives as well as in our communities. I was burned over 35% of my body during a house fire when I was just 2 years old. Fortunately, I survived and didn't lose any limbs. And over the course of growing up in my lifetime, I would be back and forth at the Shriners for reconstructive surgery to keep full functioning. And so, burns are really a lifelong injury. The last surgery I've had related to my burn injury was back in 2010, which is 39 years after the fire. This is who I am. It's a part of me, but it doesn't necessarily define who I am. So when I wanted to become a firefighter, I wanted to become a firefighter just like anybody else did. My father was a police officer. My uncle was a police officer. So I really grew up around that public safety, and that's the field that I wanted to get into. Being a burn survivor really was a catapult to getting me involved with advocacy and with educating on prevention, fire and burn prevention. And I would have a lot of people who knew I was a firefighter and they maybe wanted to have me talk to their children or kids about things. And I just started to realize that when I talk about these types of injuries and prevention, that it has a bigger voice. Today's homes are burning so much faster than they were years ago due to all the lightweight construction being used and the amount of synthetic materials and the amount of time that firefighters have to safely work inside these environments, that's our work environment inside a home on fire. That time is drastically decreasing. There's nothing better than we pull up to a structure fire or home fire and we see the whole family outside at the meeting place and they tell us everybody was out safe. Then we could focus on putting out the fire, okay? But when we show up there and people aren't outside and there's still people inside, again, firefighting is a dangerous job, and we're gonna go in there, we're gonna get them. And residential fire sprinklers slow down the progress of the fire, slow down the rate at which the fire grows, and it allows families that extra time to get out safely. It's important that we advocate and we increase the awareness of residential fire sprinklers and the benefits of them, and not only how they help protect our citizens, but how they keep our firefighters safe. And I feel it's very important that all firefighters champion this and do everything they can, get involved a little bit more with the department, get involved with the advocacy on residential fire sprinklers, and just any type of fire and burn prevention should be a part of all of our jobs.